Greetings, Dapplings, and welcome back to Graveyard Keeper, where in today we hope to progress a little bit further. Actually, do we make the? I'm fairly certain we do make the personal funeral urns in here. Yes, we're going to hopefully progress a little bit further with upgrading our graveyard, specifically the graveyard itself. Let's go ahead and bring the funeral urns in here and make as many of them as we can, which is 2, which is not great because we need 12 in total to be able to make the Columbarium, I believe. I believe it's Columbarium. I could easily be wrong, though, which would frustrate me, but oh well. Let's go and grab all the little odds and sods from around here and drop these off. Now, a quick correction. Thank you very much in the comments for making me aware. It wasn't, in the end, the presence of the porter moving the crates back and forth. The porter will just carry them and then drop them off. It's if the crates get made and brought down here and there's no room, they just get dumped on the floor and don't go onto the pallets, and thus the porter can't actually move them around. And that's what I need to be weary of. Thank you again so very, very much for keeping me abreast of these little ways that the game can trip me up. Scallywag game. Right, let's go ahead, grab all of this, and then get some crop waste on the go. There we are. Nice and indeed easy. From now on, probably all of the wheat is going to go down into the area for hops and brewing. We're just going to turn it all into beer. Honestly, we don't need bread, or at least not nearly on that kind of scale. Honestly, I think it would probably be fair enough for us to just gather these things from the refugee camp, should I want them. There we are. Let everything condense into nice, easy piles to pick up. There we go. Right, let's go and drop off all of this, because wow, my inventory is ever so slightly full with things that I really shouldn't even have on me. But then that's usually the case, if we're perfectly honest. If we're perfectly honest, that's more often the case than not. Let's go and grab all of these. There we go. Very nice indeed. And now, once again, over full. Let's drop off this the pumpkins. Oh, we got a couple of nice pumpkins there, but mostly it is the uplifting of the seeds. We're getting close now with Silver Star pumpkin seeds, and we are there with Silver Star onion seeds. I mean, we may as well just continue to lift up the onion seeds that we've got around, but we'll come back and we'll deal with that in a little bit. That's not really the focus for right now. The focus for right now is, in fact, to go and visit the Undertaker. Let's go and say hello. Hello, 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 hello. Where are you? You are not anywhere that I can see. Down here by the fields? Yes, you are. Hello. Why are men so weak? Most can't even survive a week with me. I mean, oh, I read that as without me before, but no, with me. I mean, well, it seems you have some pretty specific tastes. Okay, there you go. And next up, the chisels. Great, I'll start work immediately. I hope my dead husband's relatives will be satisfied. The thing is, they already sent me a couple of threatening letters. Just in case, could you please build a workbench for me so I can do my work more effectively? I could. That was an invitation for you, by the way, to tell me what I'm going to get out of it. I could build it for you. My lord. Let's go and have a look then. It will take... actually, really not that much, but I really would like to get the next residential tent on the go. That's going to require 4 sticks, 2 silk. I should have brought them up here with me. A bit of a derp not to have done that, but oh well. Let's go back to Sweet Home and go grab those bits and bobs. I need silk. Do we even have extra silk? We do. Hooray! We'll just grab this iron there, drop that off. There we go. I really should go and take the funeral urn away as well. Oh, well, we're going to leave 1 instance of the sticks in there just so that it helps us out a little bit more. Do I have bees? Got 15 bees. Let's take 10 of them. Yeah, and a bunch of flitch as well, so we can pop up another apiary. And we'll walk up that way this time. Yeah, we'll grab all 16. That should be fine. I could take care of the apples. I know, but I'm not going to, so... Not just yet, at the very least. Now, my hope is that the little bits of scrub will actually regenerate, but I don't think they do, sadly. We may be able to get some sticks from this, though. Let's have a quick look. And there we go. Yes, perfect. That'll do. Right, let's make our way back up to the refugee camp then and progress with the story a little bit more. I believe that with a tent in place, this is going to be the last tent. So we can expect one more person to drop by. We need a tiny, tiny, hopelessly small amount of happiness to get that last little bit. Oh well, a little bit frustrating, that one, but I guess it's not going to hurt too much. Now, one of the things that we have unlocked with the latest expansion for our church and the better candelabras is the highest tier candles. They are particularly important for one especially big reason, and that is they don't require fat. They require twice as much beeswax, but a little bit less paint than usual, and hemp rope instead of fat, which is fantastically good for us. We are significantly better off with that. You're carrying back the stone back and forth and not carrying the marble, which is the iron, which is a little bit annoying. Right, lantern network, and we've also got places for lanterns around here, apparently. Yeah. With the lantern network, put that down though. Let's pop in the lantern network. No, apparently the lantern network does not do that. Okay, well, we've got a corpse down there, which we're going to have to go and see. Okay, we'll have those in place. It's not too much that we need to do with that. We do need the components, though. And you can put in different types of lanterns, depending on what you got. You can go for the kind of Narnia, kind of traditional lantern. I guess this is one that would hang from a post, like so you wouldn't have like a lantern post leading directly into the terminating of the lantern, but rather a little junction there, a little branch, an arm, a limb, or you can just have a torch. I guess it depends on what we really feel like doing, I suppose. But I think that's going to be true of all of them, and they will then follow the whole lantern network back. Now we are going to wander our own way back as well, and hopefully, possibly, maybe, just maybe, we will find ourselves a dagger hidden away. Something that Cresvold has asked us to look for quite some time, but finding it is a little bit like a needle in the haystack, because I don't actually know which forest he's talking about. I suspect it's this one, but who can say for certain? Let's go ahead and build this up, though. Get this place looking nice and swanky, and we also should have the final person ready to go in here as well. We should be able to get that last refugee moving into the camp. Now let's go ahead and get you. There we go. So we've now got a full refugee camp. While we're up here, we may as well check in on the storehouse. How's that going? Going quite well. You've got a redonkulous amount of mushrooms. I mean, I'm pleased for you. Do we want to take some of these berries with us? Kind of do, actually. Yeah, all right. By some, I didn't mean all. We'll leave 25. There we go. They don't seem to really be using them, honestly. And we'll grab as many of those as we can hold. Now, I may regret this, because if we find the lantern on the way back, I'm going to be most vexed, but, oh well. Okay, well, you know what? You're probably immediately going to go to bed, and I'm not going to be able to talk. No, naughty bats. Why? Scallywags you are. Hello, zombie. Okay, the lanterns come all the way down here, which is actually quite nice. Let's go ahead and drop off the materials. Of course, I forgot the nails. Oh, aren't I a silly sausage? Alright, well, let's hop, skip, and jump back. I can't actually... Well, you know what? Maybe I can pick them up. I'll drop any beeswax or bees on the ground, but hopefully they'll still be here when I come back. Well, actually, no, we'll pick up the bees. In fact, we'll pick up the beeswax. Oh, all right. Okay, fair enough. I hadn't properly looked in my inventory just now, but I assumed that I hadn't picked up any beeswax because I hadn't noticed gathering any while we were picking up the raw from the natural hives. But given that, then, that's actually not too bad at all. Alright, let's grab you. Of course, the bees can stack with the other bees in my inventory already. And then over here as well. Then we're going to finally go back, deal with that corpse, take all of its bits out, go ahead and burn it. Did we get... Oh, no. 1 honey left behind. Wah, 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 wah. It was going to happen. Let's be honest with ourselves. Now, we're going to need an awful lot of cremated bodies to make these columbariums. Simply because they are rather expensive in terms of ash. They need quite a large amount of ash for each one. Let's drop off mushrooms there. We'll drop off some mushrooms over here as well. There we are. And then drop off some honey as well. Okay, well, given that then, we should be able to go ahead and... we've got no flour whatsoever at this point, which is a bit of an interesting one to be faced with. I could take... Well, we could go ahead and have more creamy mushroom soup. That isn't a bad choice, but there's also just baked mushrooms, and we can have a shockingly large amount of them, and they're fairly good food items, honestly. So I think we're going to go with that. Let's drop off 2 of those bees. There we go. We're going to need to pick up some nails. In fact, we're now so close to having enough bees. I may as well just go and buy the remaining bees. I think that's probably the best way to go about that one. Yeah, we'll go and purchase some bees. That will be very, very soon. We've also got to go and speak with the merchant, simply because I need to buy gold jewelry. And an awful lot of it, actually. There's going to be quite a large number of things that are going to require gold jewelry moving forward. Okay, well, not the most efficient run out there. We didn't find the dagger, and honestly, I was kind of hopeful that we would. Oh, well. Do we have... Yes, we do. I don't care any longer about the speed, so let's just get these done with some nice quality fertilizer. There we go. And with that, let's continue uplifting... Yeah, we'll continue uplifting the pumpkin seeds, I think. There we are. And you as well. Ah, really? Did I... That's incredibly vexing. Alright, well, I guess we're just getting back regular pumpkin seeds from down there, but sure. Actually, that was on the right one there. And this one as well. Let's go ahead and get you. Now, with the rest of these, we can actually use regular fertilizer. And we will plant hemp. Or onions, as the case may be. Sure, okay, we'll plant onions there then. But these ones, we want hemp. Let's go and find the hemp seeds. We can only get one batch of those. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, well, I guess we are going to go and have all of these as being onions then. Alright, well, we've got a lot of work to do in terms of fleshing out our fields. I would like to get some more zombie farms going. For obvious reasons, they're significantly more efficient than I am. There we are. That will do nicely. Right, we need to go and drop off a few things in the church cellar, I would say. Also, I may as well grab all of these anyway. Otherwise, I'm just going to randomly pick them up as I walk by. Now that we've got the zombie farmers on the job, we are going to be constantly having to clear up crop waste. That's just going to be, well, our life for a little while, sadly. But there we are. What we don't need, though, are the sticks any longer. So let's drop those off before we go anywhere else. All right, making little bits of progress, ditheringly yon and hither. But we will be able to go and speak with the merchant shortly, which is actually an important one for us. Let's pop you somewhere. What kind of body are you? Not a bad body, all things said and done, actually. But still, we want to take this body, go get you cremated, and we'll drop off a few other bits and bobs around the place in just a moment. There we go. Let's get that on the go. Got anything in there? Just the billet, which is fine. Right, let's have a wee check in here. I would like to drop off the marble, the porcelain funeral urns. There we go. That will come in handy in a little bit. We're going to start building this place up properly. Oh, we've got some extra faith as well. I approve. Thank you very much indeed. Let's check in over here. What are we going to require for all the things we want to do? Stained glass windows, yeah. Jewelry it is. Okay. Well, that's not going to be too difficult for us to do, at least if I actually do visit the merchant in time, which is starting to get on now, though. Let's drop off the prey. We also need to drop off the beeswax, thinking about it. I've still got the bees on me as well, but that's fine. Alright, let's make a move to the dead horse. Don't have anything to say to you right now, Haradrak, but thank you very much. Let's go and check in with you. Hello. Right, I would like to trade. I would like to buy all of your jewelry. Please and thank you. I'll also buy all of your extremely expensive royal fish. Thank you. That's 3 gold. Expensive, but okay. I could sell you 4 cakes. It's scarcely worth it. Okay, thank you very much. Also, let's have a quick peek in here. See what we've managed to make. 32 silver. That's barely anything, man. My goodness. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to accept it for now. But I really would like some more money, please. I suppose to get more money, I'm going to have to sell better things. But such a potch. Right, let's have a quick talk. I don't want to smash whatever it is right behind you. I need 5 bees, please. And well, actually, thinking about it, no, we don't. We've got, I believe we only require 3 bees at this point. So let's just go ahead and buy 3 bees. However, I'm just going to buy all of the beeswax. Thank you ever so much. Ever so much indeed. And with that, I think we're good to head back to Sweet Home. There we are. Pick up some of our food. Yoink. Our inventory is now starting to look probably overfull with food items, really, more than anything else. Right, stained glass windows required complex iron parts as well as glass. We've got glass, we've got complex iron parts. Good enough for us right now. We've also got another corpse down there. We're going to need to get that one. I mean, we can pop it on the pallet just in case it's an amazing corpse, you know? Let's have a quick gander. No, really wasn't. That's fine, though. That is fine. Let's go and get these stained glass windows in place. And we'll drop off the beeswax. I may simply start buying the hemp rope from Dig. I think that would be fine from our dear friend Diggus. Right, there we go. Okay, yeah. I was under the impression it might actually be the largest of the areas that would get this, but no, there we go. We can't actually build that yet then. I did think it might have been the largest the largest of the church expansions that got that, but well. We've got some jewelry hanging around now. I suppose that's a good thing. We've also got an awful lot of beeswax too. Well, what we're going to want then is a lot of hemp rope. We've got, sorry, a lot of hemp, but what we're going to want is a lot of paint then. We could go ahead and start having a look into that, I guess. To make the white paint, we're just going to need some extra oil. That isn't too bad. Or alcohol and slowing solution. Wow, okay. That isn't hard to do at all. That isn't hard to do at all. The oil is probably harder to get than that. Though, if we're not using all the fat on making the candles, then it's not actually going to be that much of a problem for us. Go ahead and get 12 of the highest tier candles in the land. There we go. We're going to want some more besides as well, but there we are. Now it is back just down to the, what are we lacking? Slowing solution, which I believe we're going to be able to get from, it will be actually fat or beeswax. So I could use that for it. I think that's probably a wiser one to hold on to for it. Simply because we are going to want the fat. There's never going to be a time that we don't want to do that. While we're down here, though, let's get some of these moths in there just to clear out some room in our chest over here, because we've only really got one. And we can drop those off there. Okay, that's not too bad at all. I will be popping the fancy meals over in the Talking Skull so that we can get Ms. Charm's event off to a good start. We want especially fancy dining for Ms. Charm's event, I feel. I'm pretty certain that that's going to be a requirement. Right, let's grab these. Once we're done with this, we'll go and build the beehives as well. So much work. Right, I'm going to get these 2 corpses completely hollowed out and on a pyre, and I shall bring you back in a few moments. Okay, that was a long night spent pulling bits out of bodies. My goodness. It's hard work being a graveyard keeper, I tell you. Very, very hard work. Comes with a good number of perks, but the work. The work is rather tiring. Right, let's grab all these bits. Of course, my inventory is rather full. I'll drop that in there just for a second. Pick up the salt. I've got a couple of things that I need to move around, so I may as well do that right now. Now, we're probably going to get another corpse any second now, which is most vexing, but oh well. Let's go ahead and drop off the salt down here. We've got a little bit besides. I'm going to want to take the ash with me, though. Ash is going elsewhere. Let's go and take that all the way through. I will do a final sweep back through. It's fine. It's not going to take me too long. Don't you worry. Now, the thing about the beer that we're making is, unfortunately, it's immediately being sold, which isn't exactly the best thing for us, all things considered, but it'll do for now, I suppose. We could go ahead and make a batch of this. Now, we are not going to have the means to make ink for a little while, which is in and of itself quite a bad thing, but we're going to be very close to being able to build our first Columbarium, which is very nice indeed. I'm just going to need to go and quickly have a brief meditation session just to refresh my mind, sharpen the old mental axe, as the saying goes, and gobble down the cake. There we go. I am going to need to get a bit of extra flour down here, though, reasonably soon. Simply because we are lacking the means to make more cakes. And they are my chosen energy restorative for the time being. We've still got a health potion in our inventory as well. You know what? I should probably try and validate that health potion before we go any further. Yeah, we need one more. Just the one, and we'll be sorted. I may as well drop off all of these other items that I'm carrying around as well, actually thinking about it. There isn't an convenient place for me to put them in the church, though. It's a bit of a shame. I could pop them into the church cellar, though. Exactly the amount that I'm going to require. Oh, hello, there we are. That actually worked out to my benefit, otherwise I wouldn't have checked that. How much exactly? 4, 5, and 2 precisely. 4, 5, and 2. Okay. Let's pop these down here then. And 5. Okay. Well, that's vexing. We'll drop the jewelry off there for a second. It's going to be easy enough for me to deal with that, though. Let's go ahead and break down anything that I've got in small quantities in there. Have I got anything in small quantities? Well, actually, not really. We've got a yellow flower, sure. We'll break down that into life solution. There we go. That should have cleared up a little tiny bit of room. There we are. That'll do. Of course, I can't easily move that across. My lord, my inventory, though. It was 2. There we are. I think that will do us for the time being. Very much so. My inventory is still a mess, though, which is saddening. Let's go and drop this off. We have now got a decent amount of skulls. We've actually got a decent amount of fat besides as well. So may want to start making use of that. We'll go ahead and process some more of these. Not even sure if we're going to use that ultimately. Is just getting it out of the chest at this point. I could just move them rather than have them stored in the chest, but well, it'll be fine, I'm sure. Right, that leaves us with exactly no bloody space. Right, I'm going to stop being silly. I know, it's just like kind of wasting my brand there. But sure, we'll hop back. We'll drop off the bees. That takes us up to 20. That's perfect. We don't need that many baked mushroom skewers. Let's get rid of some of these. Let's get rid of 40 of them. There we go. In fact, we don't need the vast majority of the things that we've got in our inventory, frankly. So let's drop off a goodly amount of things. We are going to need the nails to go and set up the apiaries. And we're going to go and take care of that right now. There we are. Little by little, we're clearing things out. Also, on the morrow, we're going to go and check out who the new person is who's moved into the refugee camp. That'll actually be pretty cool. Right, let's get another 2 hives. Got that side, this side, so I guess we'll go this side on that one. But over here, we're going to have another 2 over there. So I actually did need another 10. That was a bit of a shame. I forgot about this one. I thought they were always in pairs. Right, there we go. Let's get you set in place. Now, we still need to take care of the Undertaker's workshop as well. There's no doubt new quests from whoever has moved in. There we go. And we probably do want to go and grab the blood to take to Master Alric. That'd probably be wise. But honestly, as long as I make a point of checking these hives regularly, and I can also check these ones if I really, really feel like it, just to have that extra little bit of beeswax along for the constructions. Thank you. But we shouldn't have any real problem with beeswax. And again, I can just go and buy more if I really need it. I'm glad that these never bother my zombies. That would be a little bit of a potch if I had to try and protect the zombies the whole way. Right, now, with that all done, let's go ahead, drop off the bees that we got. There we go, we're now up to 4, so we are only going to need 16. We can drop off the jewelry. This is probably going to be used quite a lot, actually, for various constructions. I imagine we're going to be making quite a lot of use of that. Do we have anything else I really want to work on in here? Not really. Not right now, at the very least. The main thing for me is to get more meat and then make burgers, because we want to progress the quest for the Inquisitor quite badly, actually. That one's kind of hanging over our heads, and it has been for quite some time. Now let's get all of these apples in. Zombie farmers are doing some great work over there. Thank you very much. Gonna need to pop some more carrots in for Comrade Donkey as well. Thinking about it. Have I picked up all the apples? Yes, I have. Perfect. There we go. And finally as well. There we go. Let's go ahead and get all of these done. Right, we've actually got an enormous amount of apples there. Those last 6, they're going to bother me until we do something with them. Or until I go somewhere and just harvest 2 of the wild apple trees, just so that I can get 4 apples and get those processed into a pail of apple juice. That has been bugging me for so long, and I just haven't fixed it. This is the problem, though, that I foresaw. We're not bringing down any more iron because the porter is currently chock full of bringing down the marble and stone instead. Let's get all of that going. That'll be very nice indeed. And our brewer zombie has nothing left to do. I'm very sad about that one. But oh well. Right, we need to drop off the last little bit of beeswax. Let's go and grab some of the fat. We've got quite a lot down in the mortuary. Let's continue working our way through the maggots we've got in stock. We'll also bring up the blood as well. So, blood, fat, we'll bring the bones as well because we need the white powder. The skin, which we can make into things. The flesh. The skulls can stay here, though. How much room have I got in my inventory? I've got 3 spots in my inventory, actually. That's not too bad. I should be able to go and gather all of the odds and ends down here. Marvellous. We should, with that, be able to build our new graveyard decoration. That's going to be awesome. Let's get you going. And there. Perfect. Now, next prayer day, we're going to have an awful lot of faith coming in, simply because of the amount of very, very swanky candles that we're going to be able to use. It's going to be amazing. Each one of those is going to give us 3, so on top of the 2 that the candelabra gives, yeah, we're not going to have any problem with that at all, actually. Let's go ahead and make use of all of this skin, though. Let's get all of the skin turned into paper. There we are. That's going to get that out of the way for now, because otherwise we're just going to be accruing skin down here. And I mean, you know, I can only assume that we are taking the proper precautions and scraping off all the fat and the hair, but it's still skin. It's not treated in any way. It's going to go bad. It's going to go bad very quickly, actually. I can only imagine that quite a lot of it has gone bad, and that when you come down here, although we can't see it on the screen, there's probably a thick purplish miasma hanging about this cellar right now. Yeah, not the best of times. Truly not the best of times, those. Let's pop these on my hotbar so I can actually make use of them. There we are. And we'll pop the paper over here. We'll just tuck that out of the way. There we go. The fat can go in there, as long as the bones, as well as the blood. Now then, if we have enough, I would actually like to make a bucket of blood if I can. We'll see about that one, though. Can I turn fat into slowing solution? Perfect. There we go. And again. And there we are. That's going to be very, very nice for us. As for the bones, yeah, let's make the white powder while we're here as well. Might as well. We're actually now starting to get to the point where we're making some solid progress with using all of a corpse. That actually makes me quite happy. There we are. And now, let's go ahead. Yes, we can. We can make 2 buckets of blood. Sure. Let's go ahead and make 2 of these. I'm sure that our vampire friend will be very happy to take those off our hands. Let's also go ahead and make the... Oh, no, we've got to make the white paint first. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. 2 white paint right here. I can then make white paint out of the powder as well. That won't be much of a problem. Yeah, I need to go and grab some oil from up in the kitchens, really. Though I've got enough now to make 1 set of those candles. Could they take 2 paint? That's not bad at all. And with that, I think we're actually getting close now to the amount of candles that we can even use. So that's not bad either. There we are. We need to drop off the life extract there. Is there anything else we want to do down here before we move on? Actually, yeah, there kind of is. Let me go and grab 2 brains. We want to have... Oh, actually, 2 hearts would do. Yeah, it's 2 hearts that we need. Tonk, tonk. Just so that we can keep this on the move. Because these do take a fair bit of time to process items, so we may as well keep them going. And that way we can clear out the organs from the mortuary that little tiny bit faster. I'll take this salt up to the home on the way, though. There's no real need not to. Wow, that was an entire day's work down here. Oof. We may have enough time if we're ultra fast to go and speak with Master Alaric. Let's try and do that. So let's hop over to the refugee camp. Hello, hello, hello. Have we got someone new? Ooh, yes, we do. Haha. Let's have a chat with you. Tell me, good lad, did someone ask you to bring something for me? A note? Actually, no. Did something happen? You look really sick. It's sleeplessness and nerves. I can't stop thinking of my son. He's in terrible trouble. Could you tell me more? He was one of the king's guards. He dreamt of being a guard since he was a child, but recently... Sorry, it's difficult for me to tell. He happened to sneeze during the king's solemn speech for the holiday of great purification. And they reprimanded him. I wish he was fired, lost his home and all his savings, and given an enormous fine. I had to sell my tanning workshop, and it only covered part of my son's fine. That's terrible. No, even now, living as an outcast, I'm still a mother, and I have to help my kid. Could I ask you to bring a tanning workbench for me? Even here, I could earn a little extra money for my son. That is actually incredibly kind. I'll do it, I promise. I mean, I could probably pay your son's fine. I had a 50% discount for Inquisitors. Damn them. They don't even deserve 10%. Wow. Hey, old mate. You know, Keeper, it's amazing. We were miserable fugitives, frightened, helpless, desperate, doomed. And now we've become proud settlers, looking to the future with bravery and hope. This would have been impossible without your help, my dear friend. Well, yep, it would be silly to deny it, but it's thanks to you two. Well, okay, I'm a realist. Moreover, we have serious potential for further development. I spoke in secret with the head of the local village, Haradric. He wouldn't mind establishing regular trade with us, and so on. I'm sincerely happy for you and your people, Marcus. Maki. So it's high time to grant you the final part of your fee. Wow! A little something from me personally. This book, a close friend wrote it. They cut him down while we were escaping from prison. Thanks a lot, Maki. Thanks a lot to you, my friend. We just picked up an awful lot of things. Recipe, a universal bag. Tonk. I've unlocked a new technology. You've got the universal bag. What is the universal bag? Open. I've got extra storage. Hey. Calm. Okay, so I do see why everyone was like, you need to finish this quest. To be fair, though, it was going to take me a long time no matter what I did, all right? But yes, that is amazing. I'm going to fill my inventory with universal bags. It's going to be grand. I wonder if I can put a universal bag inside a universal bag and have bags set. Ah, this is great. This isn't D&D, so I'm probably not going to explode the universe unless I do. In which case, oops, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to go with oops. Alright, neither one of these is going to be too difficult for me to do. I can, in fact, do the Undertaker's Workshop already. So let's go and visit my friend. Hello. Don't hold out for gratitude. Just be glad that they're not throwing stones at you. Here's some blood. It's a good thing Teodoro doesn't know what we're doing here. That's fine. Scroll of teleport. Oh, that's all I get from it. Okay. I do what I must, but every day this burden grows heavier. Oh, can I not give you any more? Maybe it's something I can only do every now and then. Because I made 2. I was kind of hoping you'd take both. If I'm honest. Yeah, I can supply you with more blood. Okay, well, I will bring more by eventually. Okay, well, let's... oh my lord. I've got so much stuff now. I have got all of the carved marble statues. It's quite amazing, actually. I wonder if I put... Can I... Yeah. Oh. So good. Can I still access them from my... Oh, I can. Oh, this is great. Rarely has anything been this amazing. Okay, we don't need that in there then. We'll take those out. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. I know what's going to be holding all of my random mods and saws that I'm carrying around in the dungeon now then. Okay, well, let's head back. In fact, that one also needs to be in the universal bag. Oh. I found its limit. Okay, look, you know, I'm not going to be too terribly disappointed. I'm just going to be slightly terribly disappointed. I think that's fair. I'll drop this off. We don't need the blood. The blood can come with us later. The royal fish will be going with us elsewhere. Now in here, we can go ahead and make the 2 porcelain urns that we require. I'm going to have to gobble down some more food, of course, as well. Hop. Alright. Anything else we need to do? Oh, of course, yes. We need to chop up the meat. So let's go ahead and prepare that. There we go. This we will then cook. We will be moving on towards the point that we will have some burgers for the Inquisition. Now, of course, we don't strictly need to use people meat. That actually isn't necessary. I could just go and get frogs, and I probably will to speed things up a little bit. But you know, it is a thing that we can do for now. Right, for the Columbarium, I think it was... No, we needed 2 silver star statues, didn't we? Yes, and I think it was 4 polished bricks of marble, I think. Let's go ahead and see if we can't make that. Right, you can pop there for a moment. I would like polished blocks of marble. We're going to need 4 of you. Let's get all 4. And let's get that going. Gobble down some more food. If I do nothing else but build one of these in today's episode, then I will be happy. We've actually got enough technology points now. We can probably do quite a lot of things. Right, we're going to need a little bit of faith. Gotta have some faith. Go grab that. May as well pop the meat in the chest on the way. You know, just keep things nice and tiny like. And I've got some things to drop off in the church basement anyway. This is one of those games where it's like one more turn. See, I've been looking at the time, and I know that the time has passed and that I should wrap up the episode, but there's just these tiny few little things that I could do, and I want to do them before I stop. I hope you can forgive me for the extra episode. I apologize. Look, this isn't just a job to me, okay? I deeply enjoy what I'm doing. And it's very hard to stop doing something that you enjoy. This is actually one of the traps. This is a bit of hashtag real talk now. That's one of the life traps. Everyone says, "Oh, you should have a job that you love doing." No, because then you'll be very tempted to work without being paid for it. This is something that I learned quite. I became quite intimate with this reality. When I was doing coding work, because I just enjoy coding, so I would work overtime all the time, never expect anything back for it. Now that did 2 things: one, it devalued my work, and secondly, it devalued everyone else's work. It was a bad move. It was just really hard not to, because I enjoyed what I was doing so much. It can be a trap. So whilst yes, from a personal perspective of just life fulfillment sort of side of things, doing, working at a job you deeply enjoy is lovely. But try to keep things in perspective, because it's very hard, very easy to forget. And that is bad. Bad news is. Right, what do we need to do? We need a silver star. Okay, we'll just go with silver chisel. That shouldn't be too hard to get. Let's go ahead and get myself a nice silver steel chisel. Okay, 1 will do probably. Let's get you done. Oh yeah, I know. I was just doing the whole real talk, and I'm doing this anyway. The second bit of life advice I'd like to give you is take your own advice. When you have some really good advice and you go to the effort of giving it to someone, make sure you follow it yourself. Yeah, working on that one. I am an eternal work in progress. Right, there we go. Right, we've got everything we need. Let's go and put this thing up, and then marvel at it, wonder at it, and then go to sleep. Finally. Eventually. Right, now where are we going to place this is the question, though. Typically, I would say that these are better in these sections of the graveyard. So let's go and actually place one of these down. Now, it is the best version that I can get of it, so it makes sense. We can pop one there, then pop one there, and in the lining up, you have one there, one there. You have 2 graves. Well, actually, you could just have just 1, I guess, and then just all the regular amount of graves. Either way, though, we're gonna have one right about there. Pomp. This is going to be incredibly good for the church rating. First and foremost, we're going to not have a -10, but instead a +20. Gloriousness. That is marvelous. We'll have another one over there in a similar position. I'm not sure if we'll keep these, because honestly, 4 graves can get more than that, but we'd only lose 2 graves by placing the other one down, so we may well go that way. But that is going to be it for today's episode. We have finally popped down some funeral urns into the graveyard. Took us a long while to get it set up, but we finally got there, and I think it's marvelous. I need to unclog the zombies. That is something we need to do. We also need to build the Undertaker's workbench and the Leatherworker's workbench. up in the refugee camp, but those are going to be things for tomorrow, and we may even go to the dungeon because it's been a while. But either way, I really do hope you've enjoyed today's episode and will be joining me for the next. Do remember to leave a like if you liked, some of you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Our church great.